there. A lot of us have. We've shared the wisdom. We've helped our parents. We've helped our neighbors, our friends, our communities, and oftentimes been misunderstood or looked at with great fear because there's a lack of understanding and comprehension. Many that aren't open enough don't understand this consciousness. And so it's really important that we stay centered in our love space. We keep emitting a frequency and a signal and a vibration of love. And if anything, if you're not sure what to do, wisdom. We've helped our parents, we've helped our neighbors, our friends, our communities, and oftentimes been misunderstood or looked at with great fear because there's a lack of understanding and comprehension. Many that aren't open enough don't understand this consciousness. And so it's really important that we stay centered in our love space. We keep emitting a frequency and a signal and a vibration of love. And if anything, if you're not sure what to do, use very much, or was it just a little quick blip? Should I keep speaking?
Go.
Okay. All right. So sorry about that. We lost connection for a moment. But basically, back to where I was connecting is that we each have power to be a catalyst for change and love. I am aware that as I walk on this planet, there are many in a lower vibration of fear, competition, judgment, anger, sadness, and sickness. I am here to assist with that. So it's really important that as each of us are coming into a higher vibration and we're claiming our power, that we stay in that high vibration and we assist, but we don't get caught up in that external world or that external vibration in a way that pulls us down. And that's something that each of us has to be very mindful of, because then in a moment we could be hooked and triggered by someone's misalignment, and next thing we know, we're feeling fear and we're feeling confusion and anger. So this can happen. This is part of the human conditioning. Each of us has power, however, and when a moment like that happens, speak your truth, set your healthy boundary, step away from the energy if you need to, and often you do, and go into a space in your heart where you are sending love and light. You are learning your lesson. What is it that this came to your world for? How is it that this moment just manifested for you, and why? These are your greater questions. Each of you are manifesting things, very important things and situations, to bring awakening for each of you. Some of these situations you're manifesting are going to be dark, and they're going to be sad, and they're going to be hurtful and negative, what you call negative, but many of you needed it that way. You've called it forth for yourself to awaken so that you would step back into your power. Some of you are just bringing in blissful, amazing, high vibrational experiences because you are centered in that vibration and you know that that is what your truth is, and you're not even giving energy to the lower vibration. This is wisdom, and it's going to serve you to keep going higher even when others won't follow. Part of what becomes tricky for some humans is your attachment. You have a lot of attachment to each other. So if I am vibrationally rising and my brother's not, or my daughter's not, or my husband's not, then I don't know what I do. So a lot of you sink back down to try to prove it or challenge these ones to come there. And in essence, the best thing you can do is keep evolving, keep ascending, let them catch up. If they don't catch up, you don't want to go back down. And this is something that's tricky to the egoic mind, because the egoic mind is all about attachment, and it thinks it has to stay attached to be safe. Your true soul is all about evolution and expansion. It needs nothing to feel safe. It doesn't need attachment. It seeks truth, alignment, and wisdom, harmony, beauty, love. This is the path of the soul. And the angels are encouraging each of you to stick to the path. Stay to the path. Many of you know you've done yoga, you've come to meditation, you've connected with the angels, you've channeled at moments and you felt blissfully connected, and then something happens that creates fear or triggers the fear, and you go this direction, you get off of the path, some for just a few minutes and some for years and lifetimes. And so it's really important that we remember to get back on the path. So I'm going to pause for a second, see, is there any questions, Amnon, or any comments coming in?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to just kind of read a little bit out of this book because I thought it was really amazing how she brought it to me and what it's all about, and especially because it's the aerial transmissions, and that is exactly, I work with a lot of angels, but Archangel Ariel was the angel that came and called me back into service. She is with me during every auric clearing session as I assist with healing. She often is the one channeling through me on this internet show and when I'm teaching workshops and leading. And she's one with me. She is my higher self. She's a part of my highest consciousness. And she's here, and this consciousness is here to be a part of all of our higher consciousness if we allow it. It's really available. It's like, think of this consciousness as little fractals of light coming in and channeling into the humans that are open, and those that are open are receiving this signal. It's like a frequency and a signal coming through, but some of us are so closed off we're not picking up on it. But it doesn't mean we can't. Each of us really can. So let's see. There was a couple things I wanted to read in here that I thought were really awesome. So one of the things here, it says, you are multifaceted beings, many of you. Not all, although the potential is there. All, as you realize, are on differing levels of ability to comprehend unseen mysteries, and those given to know are in the direct service to us at this time, and we are born to experience and aid those they find themselves among. We abide always. In this book, she puts God's holy ways. And I tuned in on that because whenever I'm reading something and I feel like it's not as high of a vibration, I really feel that this is an interpretation of how she brought it in. And this was written back in like 2001 or 2000, something like that. And what I tuned in today with the angels about that, and they said that she was channeling and deciphering in the best way she understood. And at that time, that was the best way to speak it because humanity wasn't even ready to understand it in a different way. So when it says God's holy ways, what I would say in the now, what I'm feeling in the now is this is the channeling of source and higher consciousness, and that it trickles through all the levels of different gods and deities. And so just to be clear on that. Let's see. We ever seek those who will open their ears and eyes to the true reason for embodiment upon the earth, and the reason for all experiences one draws into their lives while residing upon the earth plane. So this goes back to the angels are completely here to assist us so that we can remember what we're here for. So 2 years ago when I was called in to lead my tribe and to lead a great awakening in consciousness, that's an example. That is my soul's mission. I may just look like a little white girl that was born in Cheyenne, Wyoming, that lives in Vancouver, Washington, and that's what many will just see as this form of a human. But in essence, my soul mission, I remembered it, and it was to help and assist with this greater awakening. And many of you listening have this soul mission in your own way, and it will really greatly serve you to listen, to align, offer yourselves, how may I serve, and start really paying attention and listening to the divine guidance, because each of us are being called to lead a great shift. And it will be a lot of humans that will need to assist in this awakening, because it's all over our planet. So just don't underestimate the power and the importance of you understanding why you're here on the earth at this time. And it's not a scary question. It's not this intense, oh God, I'm so stressed, I don't know my purpose. It's a quieting of the mind chatter. The mind chatter is going to give you fear about everything. This is a quieting of that mind's chatter. It's a connecting with source, with soul, heart, alignment. How may I serve? What is my mission? And then, listen. and it will flow in, and you will know, and you will feel inspiration and excitement and eagerness, and that is the highest direction. Go that direction. That is going to serve you and many others for listening. It says you can change your reality into one of peace and light and ease of flowing instead of distress, as so many seem to be experiencing at this time. See how all will flow if single-mindedness of higher intent is the goal. So we're in a time where really we're evolving to a place where we can trust and flow. I talk about this all the time on the show, that we are moving and flowing and surrendering with the flow of life. It can be easy, it can be fun, it can be playful and enjoyable. But many are still caught up in the old paradigm of this gotta make it happen, it's gotta be hard work, I've got to force my way, I've got to make them understand. And this way, you've done it for thousands of years on this planet, and it is not serving you. It really, truly has never served your highest goal. And so if you're open and you're willing to move in a new direction, there's great ease and flowing and gracefulness and miracles awaiting each of you with the courage to flow in a new direction. It says, we send our emissaries around the world and train them to become bringers of hope and encouragement. When it's saying train, that's an interesting word, because I feel that's exactly what was done to me 2 years ago. And still, I'm constantly in training. But I remember just being like, what's going on? And they're just like, do not worry. They were like, do not worry, child of the light. We're uploading you. We're uploading your consciousness with higher awareness and wisdom. They were just wanting me to allow it and to receive it. And next thing, I'm being led to, you're going to be offering auric clearings. This is going to help heal the humans and the animals. And we will be there. We will guide you. You will know what to do. You just need to listen. My life as a healer completely began that day. I wasn't attending workshops. I didn't go read any books about it. It was uploaded in my mind, in my consciousness. And now daily as I assist clients, the magic and the honor is always given to them. I give all of the highest honor to my angelic beings because they are assisting and drawing it through me. I'm a channel. I open up. I allow it to flow. I listen. I share the messages. And they are giving all that higher consciousness, and it's coming through me. So it's really like this process of, if you're not sure what your destiny is, don't be afraid. Just give yourself over and ask, how may I serve? And trust that they are working with you now. They are looking, and the angelic realms are observing the planet at all times of which humans are open and receptive to this assistance. And these are the ones that are going to have miraculous shifts. There are some that may not awaken, that will resist this and will still want to stay in a heavy vibration, and they will have a consequence for the energy they continue to put out. So it's not really for us to be scared or consumed with worry of what everyone else is going to do. It's just for us to be in our own alignment, our own high vibration, and then share that with any who are open. This is why if you speak your truth and you're shamed in a public gathering, bless them with love and light. Send love to them that they will get it when they're ready, and you move on. You don't need to stay there and waste energy trying to prove it or preach to people, because the preaching energy is not really serving. It's an inner experience that has to happen. This inner awakening will happen for each soul as it chooses the light, as it chooses the lightness, the higher vibration, instead of the heaviness and the fear.
Question.
Yes.
Jesse is asking, how do I connect with my angels and how can they help me? And I don't know if it's a Jesse boy or girl.
Okay. Well, for you, Jesse, right now is an amazing moment for you to just even have that openness of connecting. And so really the most powerful thing that you can do now is you've just set the intention. I would like to connect. I would like to hear you. I would like to listen to you. I would like to honor you. I would like to serve you and serve humanity. How may I serve? So get into that place where that's your question in your heart space. How may I serve? How may I lead? What is my soul mission? And then just be quiet and still. You can just sit here and close your eyes while I'm speaking and just listen and feel your heart's knowingness. You could go into nature on a walk and just be quiet and listen and feel. It's not a trying to grab onto something and make the information come. It's a relaxing of the mind. It's an opening of that portal to allow the information to channel